Okay, so welcome to Pure 3 Mathematics. Well done. You have survived through 我们的 Statistics 1 and Probability 1 and Pure Maths 1. 所以我们现在就是 transit to 我们的 Pure Math 3. But before we move on, feel free to have a look at the Pure 1, Statistics 1 and 2 as practice for consolidation in case you need it. To introduce，我们一开始呢，我们就会学到一个东西叫做我们的，if my pen is working, my modulus function。在我们的 modulus function 里面呢，我们讲的是 absolute value。What does that mean? That means we have everything is positive. Okay, in terms of number, we will see what happens with algebra. Okay, so for example，我们有 3的时候，我们就是 negative 3，然后我们有negative 3 is equals to sorry, this should be the other way around. It should have been absolute negative 3 is equals to 3. 那如果是 positive number 本身呢，它依然还是 positive number. So no, this one is more confusing. So this is what we call absolute value. Okay, so in terms of algebra，我们 sketching 那个 graph 的时候 ，supposedly 如果 y equals to x 的时候，它应该是长这个样子的，对不对 ？But 因为我们的这个东西变成 absolute of x 了 ，so that means 我们这里就变成了 everything that's negative just becomes a positive. So in this case, we can say that y equals to absolute x is also equals to absolute negative x. They are the same thing. OK， 为什么呢？因为我们看 y equals to x 的时候，因为这里原本是 negative 的嘛，它因为 absolute 的关系，它变成 positive value 了。So supposedly here is a negative one， 它变成 positive one， 然后这里是 two， 我这里变成 positive two。如果是 negative x 的时候呢，它这里也是一样。OK， so everything is just become positive, and that results into our V shape. So let's have a look. Sketch the following. 当我们一开始讲真啊，一开始学这个东西的时候 ，I always draw the original one. Okay, so y equals to absolute x minus 3. So I draw the x minus 3 first. 这个是我一开始学的时候做的东西。So x minus 3. So that means 我们的 here a negative 3. 然后如果是有 negative 的情况，我会放一个 dash line。然后 everything here is solid. Okay. Now, of course, here is going to be straight. 然后我已经知道了，这里全部都是 negative 的情况。So in order to draw the modulus of it， 我们就是画它的positive version. So that results into 那我们这里是 straight. Now, if you're more confident， 我直接，然后我们就看 question B。OK， 当我们 more confident 的时候，我们就可以直接画出来。OK，but it's up to you. As long as 你有画完所有 intercept， remember intercepts are the burning point. OK， 也就是你的 crossing， 还有你的crossing of axis. So what about B？ 选 B 的时候呢，也就是 x minus 3 minus 2。Okay, here's an interesting one. 所以我们在这里 develop 了，是从我们的 question A develop 再做一次一个 negative 2。How am I supposed to do it? So supposedly 我应该也是跟 question A 是一样的。But 因为我们就 for example 啦，我们这里已经是做过了，然后它又 additionally 做 more transition。我们就 develop from original graph, which is this one. Okay, we develop from this graph. 所以在画这里减 negative 2减2的时候呢 that means we are shifting down 2. So hence we can conclude that it's just the same graph as A, but shifted down 2. Okay, so we have originally it should be like negative. This should have been 3 and 0, right? 我们这里不是 3 and negative 2。Then 我们这里的 point how am I supposed to find it? Okay, so 我这里我就要 do a bit more of the working. So y equals to absolute x minus 3 minus 2. 如果我只是 take 它的，因为这一个部分就是最让人 confusing. Okay, but let's do it. We have the first part. First part is when everything is exactly the same. Okay, exactly the same. So that means x minus 3 minus 2. So that means, oh, and also when y equals when y equals 0, 因为这个是我们要 solve 的。Okay, so hence what is the x value? So we've got 0, x minus 5, x equals to 5. Here we go. Okay, wait a second. 这个有两个 intercept. So how am I supposed to solve it? That's why when I was emphasizing this abs modulus 或者是 absolute value 的时候，我会 emphasize on that is a number. Okay, but 如果你们发现到一个东西，刚刚我有讲到的 y equals to absolute x is also the same as absolute of the negative x. So that means everything inside that is a negative is the same as the positive. So in conclusion, 我们这里 absolute x minus 3 is the same as absolute x plus a 3. 因为它们两个都是 positive. 如果我再 break down a bit, that results into absolute negative bracket x minus 3. And it's the same as this one, what you realize is. So hence, 我们这里会有出现一个 second part. So that results into, let's see, y equals to negative x plus 3 minus 2. So when y equals 0, we've got plus 1, so x equals to 1. So hence, here is just 1. Okay? 这里因为有 shift down 2, 所以这里是 1. As long as your intercepts are correct, it doesn't matter the scale of your graph. Let's try question C. Question C should be more straightforward. So in this case, 我们有的是 2x plus 8. So in this case, 同样的，如果你要的话，你可以画它的 original. But I'm more familiar with this. Actually, I should shift my this to here. 因为你会发现到我们的 x value is only 1 number. Okay, 因为我们这里 we can also interpret as x2 or modulus. This is the same thing. Okay, so that means our x value is excuse me. So hence 我们这里就是这个 shape. And of course, when x equals to 0, y equals to 8. The last one. Y equals to absolute 8 minus 2x. So again, 你要的话，你也可以像我刚刚做的一样，去 factor out 我们的这个部分 so that results into 4 minus x. So we have a positive x. And we've got a 4 here. And since it's a negative graph, 所以这里 everything is original. 这是 original 有的。然后这里 everything is just the modulus of it. Of course, passing through, so it's an 8. It's when x equals 0. Okay. The next one, sketch the following modulus. Again, it looks like 我们这一个是 cannot factor out 的，对不对？ But in fact, we can just factor out, but everything is going to change here. Okay, then we can say 我们这里直接是 8 over 5，这里就是我们的 modulus done. But of course, we've got our y-intercept. Okay, factorization doesn't necessarily needing to be a whole exact integer or a whole number. Okay, it can be a fraction. Now with question B, let's have a look. Again, question B is a more troublesome 因为我们有 transition after. Okay, so let's try it. 如果是我 如果是我的话，我会带个这一个部分先，take it step by step。OK，如果我一开始的时候，I should put this at y and x。所以在这个地方呢，我一开始应该是长成这个样子的。Okay, originally it should be like that. And then we've got our 3 here. And we've got our negative 3 here. Good. But this is only for y equals to absolute x plus 3. 如果我们放一个 negative, you know what, should be like that. 如果我放一个 negative, that means I'm turning my entire graph, 就是这一个部分啦, entire graph upside down. So that results into his. Okay, 所以这里就是 y equals to negative absolute x plus 3. Then 我们有 transition of 6 out. So our final answer is just gonna be like that. So here 是我们的 negative 3, 6. That's our coordinate. 这里就是我们的3，这里是我们9。How do I solve it? Make sure that you solve first is 6 minus x plus 3. The other, this is the first part. Second part is y equals to 6 minus an absolute x, negative x minus 3. Like that. Actually, I'll just take out the negative, absolute. So this one is our, oops, sorry. 这一个才是我们的 y equals to 6 minus absolute x plus 3. So the last one is going to be the same. If you are really confident, you can do everything all at once. Okay? So 我们知道了 there is going to be a transition up by 3. And we know that this is going to be an absolute value. 所以我们从这里这一个 shape originally 这一个部分 sorry 这一个部分是我们的 V shape， 因为 negative 的关系变成了 upside down and then we shift up. Okay, so here 我们这里我们就可以得到 by factoring out 5 absolute 1 no sorry not 5 2 absolute 5 over 2 minus x. So that means 我们的 x interval 原本应该是5 over 2的 intercept not interval, what am I saying? So that means 5 over 2 over here. 因为 shifted up by 3, 所以我们这里是我们 formula. Now again, you can try it on your own time, but everything here should be 1, 4, formula 1 intercept should be with 2. Okay, this is more and more troublesome. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got y equals to absolute x plus 1 and 1 minus x. Okay, 就像我说的一样, it's more and more troublesome. But in fact, sketching will make it easier. So, let's do it step by step. 这一个部分是一个，这一个部分是一个。So, 如果是 x plus 1的情况呢，我的话是怎样？我的话是这个样子。Okay, so this is our x plus 1. 那如果是 x plus 1 plus minus x 呢？1 minus x 它应该是这个样子。So we've got negative 1, 我们这里是 1. And we've got here is 1. 这一个时候我们就要看了 yellow plus blue. 我们要找出来比较特别的点是哪里。Here's the interesting one. Okay, here is an interesting one, and here is an interesting one. 所以也就是讲，当我们在这一个点的时候 ，one plus one equals to what？这里就是等于2，在这个情况。And we have when 这一个部分 negative one。Okay, I'm gonna draw it up。所以当我们的 y equals to OK， 所以这个是 y equals to 0的时候，这是 yellow 的部分。OK， 我们看的是这一个部分，就是 yellow 的时候是我们的 y equals to 1，而这个时候我们就会发现它阿嘎其实是在我们的 y equals to 2 for blue color。So that results into there is one exact coordinate at 2. Same things goes over here. So everything here is just a flat line. And after that, sketch up and sketch up. 因为我们之后全部都是这一个加这一个，这一个加这一个。So exactly, it's gonna shape like that. For this kind of question, 它通常就是 3 or 4 markers. So please make sure you spend a lot of time. Okay, so for this 这一个 question 呢，我们是有一个 negative 的 x plus 1 modulus plus 一个 modulus of 1 minus x. So for this case, 我们先 illustrate 一下，如果是这两个的情况下 ，again here and here separately. Now, let me draw a graph. 这里是 y， 这里是 x. So 如果我们先 illustrate 这个比较容易的线 ，which is 1 minus x. Okay, by right 我们应该是会有这样子的 graph 的 ，and then here is 1, correct? 然后在这里 reflect. Easy, okay? But 如果是 x plus 1，照理来讲我们应该是怎样？如果只是 x plus 1，不要看那个 negative 啦，照理来讲应该是在这里这样子。可是因为 negative 关系，把它 OK 就 results to a negative 1 in this case。然后你会发现到一个比较有趣的，这里是 negative， 而这里是negative 1，这里是 1。OK， so 如果我们要看比较容易啊 ，OK，we always look at 就是他们在 0， 其中一个是 0的时候 ，which is like x equals to 1， so 我们就看得出来 x equals to 1的时候，我们这里是 y equals to negative 2 plus 0 which is just a negative 2， 所以在这里我们是 a negative 2 in this case， or you can say 因为它是 negative 的关系，所以它保持不变。So same goes to here, it doesn't matter, it will stay here. Now, 如果是这两个 intersection， 这里就是一个 cross， 所以我们就看得出来，这里是一个 straight line。Now， 因为它们的 gradient is the same， 如果你当做这里是有一个 gradient 啦 ，OK， 所以如果我们看 separately， y equals to negative x plus 1， 这里的 gradient 是什么 ？negative x。OK， so that means， that means 我们这里是 gradient of m equals to negative 1。那如果我们看这里呢 ，y equals to 1 minus x。sorry， terbalik了，这个应该是 m equals to positive gradient first. Is it? Yeah, it should be positive gradient on the left side. So this part, 它们全部是 positive gradient. 那如果它这里全部都是 left side， 如果说这一个 equation 啊，这里全部都是 negative 的话 ，so that means 这里剩下来的左边都是 negative。So same goes here， 因为它们 direction 不一样，所以是 straight line。
horizontal straight line. 所以这里就是我们的 -2 and this is our. Just remember one thing. 在 exam 的时候，永远 always spot the interesting part, such as 这一边 and when 这 x equals 0的时候 ，OK， 然后 make a line， 然后你就要看哪里是在 increasing， 哪里是在 decreasing。So that's mostly the hint. But usually 还有其他的东西还做了。First, solve the equation. So always we can sketch the graph. Okay. Remember one thing, if I were to sketch the graph, 它这里的话因为是 3x minus 5嘛，所以也就讲着我们是 3x minus 5等于4，我们就要 sketch y equals to 3x minus 5 and y equals to negative 3x, sorry, 3x minus 5 the negative 3, yeah, correct. Sorry, this should be a plus, 因为这里是 negative 的关系。So 这里有一个，这里有一个，然后我们的 intersection for x y equals to 0, 5 3. Okay, 然后 you will see why I'm doing this rather than just doing the equal form. Okay, 然后这里的话是2，这里的话是我们的 x equals to 5。y equals to 5. That's my mistake. Now, if I were to draw a line here, of course 这里应该会有一个 graph paper 啦，没有 graph paper 是做不到这个的。Okay, usually you need to trace according to the line. So why am I doing y equals to 4? 是因为这一个 y 等于 4. So we look at the intersection, you will see that 1 over 3, and this is 3. 所以这里就是我们的 x 的 answer. x 1 over 3. x equals to 3. Now, with this part, 这一边呢，如果是 method 2, which I do prefer quickly, okay, 它就是 3x minus 5 equals to 4, or solve for negative 3x plus 5. So in this case, we can figure it out. It's going to be x equals to 3 and equals to this case. The other method, which is just doing the squaring. 所以我两边都 square 的话，无论我是 negative 还是 positive， 我都 solve 出来。But a bit more complex， 因为我们要 involve with 我们的 quadratic. Let's try it. So 如果我现在只是用那个 quick method, okay? So question 2, 我要 solve 的是 2x minus 1 equals to 3. 所以这里的话 x will equals to 3. 如果是 negative 2x plus 1 equals to 3, 这里的话就是 x equals to negative 1. So that's how quickly I can go. So this one, same thing. It should be x equals to 6, 7. A negative 7. And the next one, negative 4, 7x, 10. So this one, 我们可以得到是 x equals to 2. C, 这个 we have to solve one of them as the normal one. Okay, so in this case, negative 7, negative 7, negative 1, so x equals to 1, 2. So negative. Is it? Give me a second, let me... Aha, 我做错了一个东西. So whenever you're doing this thing, it's always to remember 这一个 modulus 它当作是一个 bracket 来的 okay, which is a common mistake. So I have to make sure I expand this so that becomes a negative 10. So that results into negative 2x equals to negative 10 or 19, and therefore 2x equals to x equals to 19 over 2. Yep, correct. Now, the other one, negative bracket negative 2x plus 9 equals to negative 8. So 这里的话 so that results into negative 2x plus 9 equals to 10, x equals to a negative 1 over 2. That's it. Last one for D. So again, 这里的话不需要顾到 negative， 所以我们可以直接一点。So that results into negative 5 equals to x. Okay. And we've got negative plus 4 equals to 2x plus 1. So then, if this case, 我们这里是 x equals to 3 over 3, which is 1. One thing, okay? This is 我们很多学生会做错的东西。如果你很像我这样子去 quick solving， 你会发现到一个东西，就是我们的 answer is wrong. Sometimes, given that there are two answers. Why is that? 我们来看一下。So, 如果你要 sketch 的话 you can try sketching the graph. There's 3 of the graph. It should be, but it's wrong. Okay, it's really one of the tricky part. Okay, so we have to check using graphs. I don't need the negative plus. There we go. So, 我们来看一下 x minus 4. 我们的 graph 是从这里到这里。Okay, that's x minus 4. 2x plus 1. So that means the graph looks something like that. Now notice, 如果我们看 x equals 5的时候啊，它们是不一样的 value 来的。Okay, and x equals negative 5， 它们是不一样的 value 来的。你有看到它们是 separating 吗？ Okay, so x equals to 5 is actually wrong. The only answer is actually x equals to 1. 在这里的情况，你不需要去知道它 sketch 出来的 graph 它是在什么 location， 它是 x 等于多少，你只是需要它的 location 就可以了。Okay, this is for double checking. Okay, so this will be x equals to 1. Let's try again. So again, sketch the graph. How many answers are we expecting? Okay, so we've got x plus 5 plus 5 times the plus 3x plus 4. So that results into somewhere here, like that. Actually, in fact, it should be intersecting. This is 4, and this is 4 here. So we expect 2 answer. So that is the reason. So we are expecting 2 answers in this case. So it would be like negative 3x plus 4 equals to x plus 5. So if that's the case, that makes it as I can do quick maths. 9 over 2. No, negative 1. Is it? Okay, give me a second. It should be minus 4. Okay. Now I haven't done the explanation, but please bear with me first. So this is negative 9. So this is 2x equals to 9 over 2. 3x plus 4 with x plus 5. So that results into x plus 1 over 2. Now, 如果你有 notice 到的话，我为什么我这一边我不会换呢？就像我讲的一样，我们要看的是 positive 的部分 of x plus 5。So it's not necessary 我去顾 negative 的 x minus 5。 a negative modulus x plus 5，我是不需要去顾那个部分的。So notice 如果你有看到我这样子去做 ，OK？ So let me do another one to do a deeper explanation. So, for example, if I have a graph， 如果是这一个的话，它是 2x plus 3嘛，所以应该是这个样子。然后另外一个是 x minus 5 plus 3。So it should be looking like that and that. 所以我们看到我们的部分是在哪里 ？Sorry, it should be that and that. Okay, so it's interacting with 我们的左边的部分就是 negative 的部分 of x minus 5 plus 3的部分。So that means 我们的这里 we have to do both. This one only a negative. So that means 2x plus 3 equals to a negative plus 5 plus 3. That results into 3x, 5x plus 3. The other one, negative 2x minus 3 equals to negative 5 plus 3. So 这里的话就是 negative x equals to 11, x equals to negative 11. Now, question C. Again, sketch the graph. But 我自己会 rearrange 一下啦，因为我不可能这样子的啦，我会 rearrange 到这个样子。Okay, so that results into something like 这样 that's for this part. 然后 x plus 3, so that comes here and here. Okay, notice 在这个地方，我们的 negative 的 x plus 3和我们的 negative 的 10 minus x plus 3的 negative 是 interacting， 然后 positive 和 positive。So that means 我们这里是需要 a negative 的 x minus 3 equals to 10 minus bracket a negative x minus 5. So in this case, we'll get negative 2x equals to 8. So x equals to, did I do my math correctly? No, it should be 18. So this should be 12. Am I doing that correctly? Give me a second. No, it should be set expand. Yep. That becomes, oh yeah, that's 18 and that's 2x. So x equals to a negative 2x, and that becomes a negative 1. 如果它是 positive and positive， 那也就是 positive 3x equal to 10 minus bracket the positive modulus。所以这里的话 it becomes 2x equals to 2 and x equals to 2. The next one. Again, reformat. So I'm just going to sketch this one. So in this case, it should be x plus 1, right? That, and then 2 of x minus 1. 它刚好是在这一边，那就全部在这里。OK， So of course 这里最好就是怎么样？就是 make sure 它通常应该会有 graph paper。如果像这种情况的话，它通常会有 graph paper 给你 ，but you don't have to worry about it. But in this case, we have a multiple. This is what we call inequality. Okay, so how do we know if we interacted an inequality? 如果我在 solving 的时候，因为这里是 positive 和 positive 嘛，所以 we put both positive. So we get 2x equals to 2 and x. 你会发现到一个东西，就是 Did I do my math wrong? Sorry, I'm just double checking. A positive and a positive. X equals to 1. So how do we know if we got it correct? 就是我们 x equals to 1。可是同样的，你一定要写个 graph. Okay, make sure you have to sketch the graph, then only do your modulus. Don't be like the previous one, because you will never notice whether or not that is an inequality. So 我们知道了这里一定是 x equals to 1了， so that means we figure that out. So again, let's try and solve the question. Alright? But before we do that, let's simplify the equation a bit. Okay, we can simplify this equation such that it becomes x minus 3 times 3 of minus 6x over 6 for modulus. 然后我可以 simplify 它到它 3x minus 9 minus 6x for modulus, and this becomes like 4. Now remember, modulus 它影响的就是其中一个 you have either choose between denominator and numerator. Okay, you don't just do like both of them. 如果 do both of them 的话，它就变回去原本的样子啊。So simplify a bit, that becomes negative 3x minus 9 modulus 4. If you want, you can also like expand it out. That becomes a negative, not 3, but 3 bracket negative 9, negative 3, the modulus, which is equal to 4. So negative x negative 3 equals to 8 of the modulus. Okay? So 因为这里两个 negative 它们其实相同的是 modulus of x plus 3 equals to 8. So sketch the graph. 它是有两个answer的。So that means 我们可以 solve negative x minus 3 equals to 8. 还有我们的 this results to negative 11. X plus 3 equals to 8. So it becomes that. Again, with fraction. So that means 15 minus 3x 6 over 15 modulus equals to 3. So that becomes 21 minus 3x modulus equals to 45. And take the 3 out. That becomes 7 minus x equals to 45. X minus x, 7 minus x equals to 50. Done. Did I do my math correctly? No, this is supposed to be 15, but this should be 5. So that becomes 15 over here. And that becomes that way. Okay. So 如果我们画这个 graph, 同样的 we are expecting 2 axes. So that means x minus the 7 to 5, so x to 12, or x negative x plus 7 equals to 5. So that means x equals to 12, not 12. This should be negative. This should be 2. Done. And the last part with inequality. 在这里的话 inequality always sketching the graph. Okay? Now, with this one, when you sketch the graph for, remember 3x plus 4 here, here. So 这里是 4 over 3, and anywhere with y equals to 3 over 0. So we are expecting anywhere for the x value to be lower than this point and upper than this point. Actually, wait, it's smaller, right? Sorry, the other way around. It should be between here. 因为它是 lower 的关系 ，lower than y equals 3. So what it means, let's try and solve it. But 我们也是 expect 两个 answer. Okay, so x is equals to our negative 1 over 3. The other expected answer is 3, not negative 3, is 3. So x equals to negative 7 over 3. So 很明显的是，就是这一个我们的 line 应该要在下面这个样子。OK， so 很明显看到的是，我们这里是 7 over 3 negative， 然后这里是 negative 1 over 3。So hence, our x in our inequality is going to be bigger than negative 7 over 3 and smaller than negative of 1 over 3. But again, 你的 sketching 你不需要像这样 perfect 的。Okay, sketching is to check your answer and how many answers you have. Okay, the next one. So we have to sketch 2 of the graph. So we have 2x minus 1 bigger than or equals to 3x minus 1. So 3x minus 1 是长这个样子 2x minus 1. So that should become somewhere like here and here. Okay, so again, 我就是 agak-agak. Okay, so we are expecting these two. We are expecting 2 answers. One is with 我们的 negative 的红色 and negative 的黑色，另外一个是 positive 的红色和 negative 的黑色。So whatever we do is always negative 3x. Is it? Wait, give me a sec. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be. So that means 我们这里是 consistent. So in this case, we'll get negative 2 or x equals to negative 2. Yep. 然后另外一个是我们的 2x plus 1, negative 2x plus 1 equals to negative 3 plus x. So that means 我们的这里是 x to 4 and this becomes 3x. So x equals to 4 over 3. So 我们这里的要求是什么？我们的红色一定要大过我们的黑色 which is only happening here and here. Okay, so 很明显左边的那个是 x has to be smaller or equals to negative 2 or 我们的 x has to be bigger or equals to 4. Then the last one, 我们的 graph it should look like 这里是我们的 x plus 4，这里是我们的5 minus 2x modulus. Expecting 2 answers. Maybe 2 answers. Give me a sec. It should be 2 answers. Yeah. It should be 2 answers. So, in this case, 我们的要求是什么？我们的 x plus 4 must be bigger than any of them. What you realize is, 当它们 bigger 的时候，其实只是在这个地方。我们的蓝色一定要大过黑色。So only the yellow shaded area. So 就是 inner part 啦。So that means 5 minus 2x, so now equals to x plus 4. Oh, sorry, equals to x plus 4. 1 equals to 3x, so x equals to. The other one is negative 5 plus 2x equals to x plus 4. So x equals to 9. So 因为是 inner, 所以这里是 9, 这里是 1 over 3. So it becomes inequality. Modulus is going to be so confusing if you don't sketch. Okay, so practice sketching. That's my only advice. Alright? And that was it. Right.